In this question, you will be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Use details and examples to explain your answer. All children should be required to learn a second language in school.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Whilst it is beneficial for children to learn another language, I don't think it should be a requirement, and here's why. I think it's far more important for children to focus on subjects such as science, technology, and mathematics because they are more likely to help them get a good job in the future. Additionally, if they are made to do something they're not interested, they are likely not going to do very well in that subject. For instance, it was compulsory for me to learn French in school, but because I was never really interested in French, it made it very difficult and I never got a good score in any of my French exams.
In this question, you will read a short passage about a campus situation and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Read a student letter in the university newspaper. You have 45 seconds to read the letter. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
Mary, you're an art student. What do you think of this letter?
I don't like the idea.
Why not?
Well, first of all, his first point about a lot of people passing through the student center, that's true, but it's always really crowded with people coming and going. It's not good for showing artwork. Imagine you're standing there, trying to look at a painting. There's going to be like a million people walking through. People walking in front of you, blocking your view, distracting you.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
You won't be able to appreciate the artwork or get a good look at anything with so much going on, with so many people moving around.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Plus, he's wrong about the windows.
But isn't it true that it's good for art to have lots of light?
In a sense, yeah. But that kind of light, all that natural light from windows, that's actually not good. Because if it's really sunny out, it'll be way too bright. If it's cloudy, it'll be way too dark.
Oh.
What you want is controlled light, consistent light, the kind you get from electric light bulbs. Think about in an art museum. In an art museum, you've got electric lighting, and the light is always carefully controlled, always at the same level.
Briefly summarize the proposal in the student's letter. Then state the woman's opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
The reading part contains a letter from a student suggesting that the student art display be placed at the entrance of the lobby because he believes more students will be able to see it and that the natural light in the lobby will benefit the art display. However, the lady in the listening thinks that this is a bad idea. She mentions that although it is true that more people will see the artwork, fewer people will actually be able to stand and truly appreciate the quality of the artwork because the lobby is so busy. She also points out that although lighting is important for art displays, that is controlled lighting and not natural light is what most ideal. She mentions that on a sunny day, the glare from the sunlight will make it hard to see the art display, and on a cloudy day, there will be insufficient light to see the display clearly.
In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Read a passage from a marketing textbook. You have 50 seconds to read the passage. Begin reading now. Now listen to a lecture from a marketing class.
Okay, so I've actually got a few different examples of this. You know, when I was a kid, a character named Action Hero was really popular with my friends and me. We would always watch the Action Hero program on television every week and play games, pretending that we were as strong and powerful as he was. Then pretty soon we began seeing these small action hero figures in all the stores. And, well, we all just had to have them. I mean, we'd been watching the television show for so long that it seemed only natural to want to own the toys, too. Well, I finally grew up and left the action hero television program and toys behind. But now I have a 7-year-old daughter who watches television a lot and also likes to play with her toys. And lately her favorite toy is a cute little baby doll with a big round face and lots of curly hair named Rosa. All my daughter's friends have Rosa dolls too, and they enjoy going to each other's houses to play with them. Then a few weeks ago, my daughter came running up to me all excited because she had just heard there was going to be a new television program on every week with the doll, Rosa, as the main character. So naturally, she and all her friends have begun watching the show, and it's already very popular as the toy doll.
Using the examples from the lecture, explain the concept of entertainment merchandising.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Entertainment merchandising refers to a type of marketing where the branding of a particular product is used to promote and advertise another product. The lecturer uses two personal experiences to demonstrate how entertainment merchandising works. The first is from when he was a child and he used to watch a TV show called Action Hero. He noticed that after the show became extremely popular, toys of characters from the show were now being sold. The branding from the show was being used to advertise these toys. He then references the experience of his daughter whose favorite toy is a baby doll named Rosa. Recently, it was announced that a TV show based on the Rosa doll would soon be released. The branding of the Rosa doll was being used to advertise the new TV show.
In this question, you will listen to a short lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
Okay, we generally assume that babies can feel only very basic emotions like happiness or anger. That is, that babies just react to things that happen directly to them. However, some new research is suggesting that babies may be able to feel concern for others, to have empathy for others. Now, empathy is a complex emotion. It involves a baby relating to someone else's emotions, not just reacting to things happening directly to them. Let's talk about an experiment that may show that babies could be capable of feeling empathy. Okay, for the first part of the experiment, we've always known that babies start to cry when they hear other babies crying, right? One baby in a room starts crying and all the rest join in. We've always assumed that the other babies cried because they were reacting to the noise of the crying, that the noise itself was distressing. So, in the experiment, researchers played a tape recording, a tape of babies crying, to another baby. And sure enough, the baby started crying when he heard the sound of other babies crying. This was no surprise, of course, and the researchers assumed that the baby cried because of the noise. But the next part of the experiment was surprising. The researchers played the baby a tape of his own crying. Now, it was just as noisy, so the researchers expected him to cry. However, this time, the baby did not cry. He wasn't upset by the sound of his own crying. Why not? Well, maybe it wasn't the noise that had made him cry before when he heard other babies crying. In fact, maybe noise had nothing to do with it. It could be that the baby felt empathy for the other babies, and that was why he got upset when he heard them crying. The researchers concluded that it is indeed possible that babies feel empathy, concern for others.
Using the points from the lecture, explain why researchers think that babies may feel empathy.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
The lecturer uses an experiment to demonstrate why some researchers believe that babies are possibly empathetic. In the experiment, researchers played a recording of babies crying to another baby. When the baby heard the recording of other babies crying, it also began to cry, which was unsurprising, and the researchers assumed this was because the noise discomforted the child. In the second part of the experiment, the researchers played the recording of the same baby, but this time the baby was listening to a recording of itself crying. The baby did not respond, even though this recording was just as noisy as the previous recording. It seems that the baby was not upset when it heard a recording of itself. However, it was upset when it heard other babies crying, which made it seem that babies have empathy for others. If you found the sample answer and the feedback to be helpful, please like and share this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe because this helps us continue give you helpful videos. If you found the sample answer to be helpful, please like and share this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe because this helps us to continue give you more helpful videos.